Come on in, good people. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Happy Saturday. What's going on? How was that weekend? The weather is great here. I do hear that we have a storm coming in Chicago. I got to check for the update on that. And I heard some bad weather in North Dakota. They had a lot of storms going on. I said, wow. I know they're not known for that, but it was still to see that in the article I was scanning through, seeing the truck was turned over. I said, oh my goodness. That's one thing I must say so far. And it's, is it considered the middle of February? I would say so. It's the middle of February, and it's been pretty well. I can't complain with our weather. Let me see. We had no ice storms. Let's see. Snow. We had 2 big snows, but it turned around like two days later, and got to like in the 30s, right at 41. So it started melting. So can't even complain. You cannot complain. So it's been enjoyable. And this is, what is this? Valentine weekend, Super Bowl weekend. What's the other thing? In Chicago, we have the auto show weekend. It's on and popping. It's been kind of busy, I must say. It has been busy. A lot of traffic. That's why I went on to the store, because I like to go to the store on Saturdays. I really do. I like to get up and get out Saturday, because some people sleep a little later before they get started, unless it's Christmas time. But not so much nowadays since the pandemic. But I did a little shopping on Friday, so I got that out the way. Well, actually more so Thursday. And it worked out just well. So by being, kind of busy out there today, I don't know. I could just look out my window. That's why I looked at it. But I did run. I did run to the store in the neighborhood. I wanted some coleslaw to go with my meal. So I said, let me go ahead and go get this coleslaw. So that's what I did. Greetings. What's going on, Don TZ? Sir Obadiah. I say Obadiah. But it seemed like it's something extra at the end. After the ya, you got a who at the end. If I was to look at it that way. I got the O, the ba, the die. Well, I guess the AHU is the Never mind. I wanted the YA to be ya. So I created the way I want to create it. That's what I do. Don Teasy always teasing me about that, but I'm like, just bear with me. Just roll with it. Roll with the punches. It's all right. It is all right. But as far as what's happening as of late, there was a shooting last week, and I did mention that. And with that shooting, there was a security guard that was firing at the person that shot him. But when we saw the videotape, he was on the ground, took out a weapon, and I seen him wobble a little bit on the ground, and then he started shooting at the person. And, well, one of those bullets hit a woman, and she died. Found out the guy's record. He had a little record, he had a record. So it was just he made you wonder, why did he have a weapon? How is he certified to be a permitted security guard? And then when you look into the story a little later, find out the guy wasn't even protecting the store. He was actually outside. So this was something personal. Somebody walking down the street and they have a weapon in their pocket. They walking past, shoot you, and then start running. That's something personal, whatever that was about. But that store is closed. That liquor store that it happened in front of, and not closed as in temporary. That bad fella is shut down. I think everything had been removed from that store because it will not be open and probably sold or something. You know, Don Teasy, when it comes down to the homemade coleslaw, I don't eat a lot of coleslaw, so it wouldn't last. It wouldn't be worth me buying everything for the slaw. And because something is going to happen, because if you buy the mix for the cabbage and all that, it's only going to be good for so long. And I don't eat it often enough. So I can go to the store and get $1.50 worth, just, a portion, and I'm good. And then I may not want any more for 3 weeks or even longer than that. So that's why I don't do that. That's different, if I was preparing a meal for me and someone else or some other people, then yeah. But cost effective, it's just, if I just want, have the taste for something, I'll just get the portion size, And did you know, and I think I did mention it, when it comes down to chicken wings, that bad fella has gone up. I think chicken wings now shoot like $5 a pound. It is no joke. The legs, thighs, those portions are regular price, but the wings, oh no. Yeah, it's not a specific brand, Dunteezy per se. It is the store brand. They make it daily. And I could not eat coleslaw. I would get sick because of the mayonnaise. And don't bother me with that word mayonnaise. I used to get sick. So KFC, I tried that about maybe 10 years ago. And I'm like, wow, this is all right. Because my friend had convinced me about it. So I tried it. I ate a little bit, see if I got sick. Nothing happened. I ate the rest of it. I'm like, cool. So I would start buying it. And then what happened? Your cousins, I tell you each and every time, Don Teasy, I don't know why your cousin just mess it up for me. Just why? So what ended up happening, I would go to try to get the coleslaw, and it would be spoiled because they would get it and it's only good for so many days. I don't care who makes it and how you store it. So they would have it and I would get it. I would look at the date and I would not buy it if that date wasn't the day before that date. Because if you buy it the last date, it was already no good. And I got tired of returning it because it got to a point where it was no good. I said, forget this. And then I just stopped eating coleslaw again. So I have my adventures with the coleslaw. Yeah. That's what happened. Hey, Emmanuel, what's going on? What's happening? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Have a seat. We missed you. All right. I've been running my mouth long enough. I've been greeting everyone. Let's go ahead and welcome our lovely co-host. And she is lovely. Remember that now. She is the lovely. She is the beautiful. And she is the classic. Welcome, everyone. Stand up. You know what to do. I ain't got to tell you. You should know this. You should know this by now. I don't have to tell you. And you can even dance with her if you want to. All right? So here goes.
Stay down there, girl. Stay down there.
Welcome, Classic Ruby, everybody.
Hey y'all, what's up? See, I can't even be down. You know why? Amazon. That's my one word. Amazon.
Uh-oh.
Amazon is ruining my life. Okay?
No.
Girl, listen, y'all ain't even getting news today. Nothing. I had nothing for you because Amazon ruined it for everybody. And if I can't be happy, no one can. No, but like for real, honestly, I gotta say, I understand now. People have been complaining about the output of Amazon, and we've read a lot of stories about how Amazon employees have been treated during the situation and whatnot. But you know what? I get it now. I get, because this is my first time really having a real struggle with Amazon. Okay. And it's like never, ever ending. I swear to God, it's never going to end. This is going to be my life until I die. I'm going to be trying to get these 2 items from Amazon. I'm pretty positive. Like, I don't think that there's an end. I honestly don't. I think that for the rest of my life, I'm going to be trying to get 2 items from Amazon, and there's going to be never ending problems. I ordered these 2 items yesterday, same day delivery at the same time.
Oh.
Tell me why I don't have one of them. Now, I'm going to explain to you, though, that while I don't have one of them, technically one of them came today.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you'd think so. You'd think it was
Uh-oh.
okay, wouldn't you?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you know what? I'll address it later. I'm going to address it. I told them. I said, listen, so what's my recourse here? So, oh, don't worry. I sent an internal review. They'll deal with it. It'll be taken care of. I said, okay. So who's going to talk to me about it? Oh, we don't talk to the customer. So then how is it being taken care of? Right? It happened to me. So if no one's talking to me, okay. So should I be emailing you my pictures? Oh, we don't have pictures. We just take your word for it. Okay. So then no one's taking care of anything. Do I seem new to you? Do you think I've never had a job, so I don't know how this works?
Uh-oh.
Right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I said, listen, okay, so you're telling me there's no recourse for me? Okay, cool. Well, guess what? I happen to co-host on a news channel every Saturday. It's Saturday. Half an hour from now.
Uh-oh.
So I think then one of my news stories gonna have to be about Amazon. How would you like that? That's what
All right now.
I really did. I was so mad. I've been so mad at Amazon because it's just like. But I'm gonna show y'all. This is some slackness. I'm telling you, it's gonna be one of my story. I'm gonna show y'all. This is some slackness. Okay, they are on slackness 101. Like I can't even anymore. Char. I would cancel it altogether if there was another service that gave me same day delivery. Real talk.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, my thing for today is scams.
I got one of them for you. Yes.
It just worked out that way. Just scams. It's scams in every way. I think when you steal from the public and you're a politician, that's scamming. Same thing. So I just got lots of scam today. Scam. Oh, scam. So I got a lot of scam to read today.
Hey, well, I feel Amazon scammed me, so it's gonna fit in perfectly. Don't worry, we're good. I got this.
That's right. You tell them. All right. So let me close this. I don't even know why I have this open. How did this? Let me check this. I have another tab open. I thought sure I closed it. Okay. Well, it's closed now. All right. Now, here we go. I'll make sure I'm on the right tab. Greetings, DJ Music. How are you? How are you? Hope you're feeling well. Put in the chat room and find this tab. That's my tab. Oh, tab. I can't find it. It was there a minute ago. Make sure
it
I
always
didn't close
is.
it. Did I close it? No, I didn't close it. Okay, here you go. Whew. All right. Here goes, people.
Okay.
A Maryland woman scammed out of thousands of dollars is speaking out tonight. Now, this scam is making the rounds across the country, and the tactics thieves are using are so deceptive that they just might get you too. Fox 5's Lindsay Watts now in Waldorf tonight with what you should know to protect your cash.
With all the scam emails and phone calls, we all know every day thieves are trying to use you as their own personal ATM. In this scam, people capitalize on that. They call pretending you just got scammed when really you're about to.
I haven't been able to eat. I haven't been able to sleep.
Denise doesn't want to be identified because she's still so worried about the people who scammed her.
Are they nearby or are they overseas?
It all started with this text message that purported to be from her bank, Wells Fargo.
Zelle transaction attempted, $3,500, reply yes or no.
She replied no, and moments later, her phone rang.
All right, so I'll be interrupting my articles as I go along because I always want to make sure you understand and I teach you. Text messages. There, we do have services when it come down to text messages through the bank, but it's only when you sign in and you'll get a code to put in if they don't recognize the new device that you're using. And you can deal with it like that. You put that code in, you can sign in that new device. When it comes down to yes and no, whatever, well, let me kind of edit that. No. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to say that because I want to tell you what happened to me. So I just want to make sure. Text message, I'm just going to stick with no. Text message when it comes down to fraudulent charges, I'm going to go with a no. Email, that could be legit. A lot of times it's not. But I'm going to just give you some warnings. The way this is done, yes or no, and especially it is an even amount, that is a warning. If you get a text message, even an email, call the number on the back of your card. You don't have to reply to the email and or text message. So I'll just start. Now let me continue.
The man said he was with Wells Fargo, that someone was trying to take $3,500 from her via Zelle, but luckily they caught it in time and there was a simple solution. He didn't ask her to click a link or give a bank account number.
Just to go into your Zelle account and make sure, since the money has already been extracted, that it's kind of sent back to you.
He said,
all right, that made no sense at all. If you stopped the money and the money is safe and everything is fine, why would you have to go in and do anything? Why would you? Why would there be an additional step? Again, if you're given these instructions, this is the second part for warning. Go into your bank. You don't have to do anything immediately because according to just the scammer, he's saying, oh, everything is taken care of. Don't worry about it. Just do this part two. No, don't do part two. He said everything taken care of. Well, we know we're talking to a scammer, but I'm just using it as an example. If it's taken care of, it's nothing I need to do. And even if it is something I need to do, go into the bank personally and or call the number on the back of your card. Let's continue.
To send $3,500 via Zelle back to herself to reverse the transaction.
In the course of the call, did you have that moment where you said, wait a minute, I don't know if this is real?
I did. And that's why I said to him, prove to me who you say you are.
But here's the clincher. She says he told her the exact amount of a recent bank transfer.
They're already in the account.
Sergeant Michael Smith is the Charles County Sheriff's detective in charge of financial crimes. The office is now investigating Denise's case. He says scammers can access bank accounts from information they get on the dark web or through data breaches.
How often have you seen cases similar to this one?
Every day. This happens every single day.
He says scammers will say whatever they need to gain your trust and take advantage of what you tell them. And while $3,500 is a lot of money,
we have one that's $600,000.
He says the most important thing to remember, if you have even just one moment of doubt, don't do it.
I'm a single mom. I work hard every day.
Uh-oh, did you hear that? She's a single mom. She works hard every day. She works hard for her money.
He says that money was supposed to go to home repairs, and she still can't believe it's up in smoke.
That's a lot of money for me.
And Denise says she is frustrated that Wells Fargo isn't refunding her money, even though they do have a partnership with Zelle. In a statement, Wells Fargo says they do work with law enforcement on these kind of scams to help get customers their money back. They also say that this exact scam is so common, they have started warning customers about it.
Yeah, they don't have to give you your money back because it wasn't them and you used the outside entity, the scammer, unfortunately. And that's just the key word, scam. You were scammed. Again, people, call the number on the back of your card. That's not going to change. And if it does, you would get a new card in the mail from your financial institution. They're good with that. And you'll get a notice in the mail saying, you know what, we merged, we've done this, this is going to change, this is the number or whatever. You'll get those notifications. So when it comes down to the phone, with these text messages and emails, you do not have to respond that way. Now, I'm going to give you a quick story what happened with me. And I also want to state that this guy was telling the truth when he said it happens every day. That's true, every day. And it could be even 24 hours a day. Just yesterday, last night, I got a message from, I got a scammer saying that my Amazon account had been, somebody tried to go into it or something, and then they had something like US, United States, and then some numbers or something. And I said, oh, they're getting better. I'm like, that's good. They're getting better. But the way I look at it, if they go on to Amazon, if you see anything on the wish list, I hope you order something for me. But I just decided, I'll deal with it the next day, which this morning when I got up and got onto my computer, I just went on and, linked it as spam because I've also have called companies to let them know what is going on so they'll be aware. It's up to them if they want to do anything else because to me, the best layer of protection is communicate with your customers. Um, this has happened, as they said, quite often every day. And now they're saying that they are warning their customer of this new particular scam. So I'm glad they do, they did decide to take responsibility and say, hey, we know this. It hit the news. Y'all looking at us. Let me tell everybody else what's happening so this don't happen again. With me, also I had a situation where I had a credit card and someone had a transaction at a gas station. I'm the type of person, I ask questions. I can't help myself. So I'm trying to find out, how did that happen? How do you use a credit card that they don't physically have at the gas station? And they weren't able to answer that for me. But, with just the research that I've done on my own, that account itself was just compromised. So they had that number and they were able to create, um, a physical card so they can use. So we just canceled the card and kept it moving. But some more transactions were pending because, once they get a transaction to go through, they'll continue. So, but we were able to stop that. They sent me a new card, and me and Citibank, we have a nice, beautiful relationship now, or
Mm-hmm.
least. That is all.
Oh yeah. So I mean, these scammers are just getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
Remember before it was like, hey, don't use any shady ATMs, right? Because then they'll steal your card number and suddenly you'll be getting charges in like Singapore or something, right?
Okay.
But now, I mean, my God, there's actually a content creator, Kodel Yoku, I think that's how you say his name. I like his content. I think it's entertaining. But anyway, point is, he did an update today, and he said, "Hey, listen. So, my entire account was terminated last night because I got hacked,
Oh.
and the account got hacked because my entire computer got hacked. So." Once they got into his computer, they got into all of his counts and passwords and whatever, and clearly they had an aim of shutting down his YouTube, so they went for that first. But other stuff was happening, so now he has to go through this whole entire thing of trying to shut this down. Now he seems like a bright young man to me, not like some careless person or some old dude who don't know these things, you know? And I'm like, and yet hackers got into his stuff, you know, and we're able to just run wild now. I mean, that's the extremes that we've gone to, where it's like, oh, now they can get into your phone and your computer and, you know, the place where all your private information is and steal all of it. Yeah, it's fine,
Wow.
right? Never mind when they get into government databases, because that's happened, or medical databases, because that's happened too.
Right.
I mean, nothing is safe and nothing is sacred. These people, you know what? Yeah, I can mostly stay on a scammy type of thing today. I realize
Vibe.
that.
Okay.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, yeah, I could do scamminess, right?
Okay.
To some extent, you know. Listen, I'm going to talk about hacking, because I mean, hacking and hackers, we all know that that is, you know, a level of scamming depending on who's doing it and how it's being done. Now, what I think is interesting about this story, I think it's a really good story. Basically, you have some people who are kind of like, how do I say it? It's like not like famous, but they're like renowned in the internet streets for being hackers. And sometimes every once in a while, a government will be aware of a hacker and they'll try to, you know, hack him back. Well, that happened to this particular hacker. What was his response? Well, he got up in the morning and is still in his pajama pants, eating his corn snacks, and he took down all of North Korea's internet. That was his
Oh,
response.
wow.
I'm so serious. That is for real his response. Wait, it didn't share again. Why is this happening to me? This is the
Uh-oh.
second day went share, blah blah blah. We got the whole thing. The lead up was great, and then it just disappears. Like, it literally just disappeared. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
I see it.
There we
There it
go.
is. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Single hacker takes down North Korean internet while in pajama pants and eating corn snacks. Now, how do they know those details about the pajama pants and corn snacks? Well, they asked him, right? Yeah, no, he's actually talked about this. Now, why did he do it? Like I said, North Korea hacked him, so he took down all of North Korea's internet. So let's hear a little bit of it. Like, can you imagine that?
Dang.
You know,
Whole
you find
thing.
out America hacked you, so you know what? I'm just gonna take down all of America. Like, what an extreme response, right?
That is the whole darn thing.
Okay, so on January 26th, North Korean news reported that a distributed denial of service attack took the entire country off the internet, following on from a smaller attack on January 14th. It's common for one server to go offline for some periods of time, but these incidents have seen all web properties go offline concurrently. Cybersecurity researcher Junaid Ali, who monitors North Korean servers and websites, told Reuters, it isn't common to see their entire internet drop offline. Like, I love it. This is not like they're saying, oh, all of Miami, Florida went offline. No, or not even all of Florida. They're saying the whole. It's just like, it just seems very extreme to me. I don't know. With the incidents taking place shortly after North Korean tests, it would be reasonable to assume that the attack was a response by governments opposed to the regime. However, one hacker who has provided evidence to Wired has claimed responsibility for the hack, telling the news organization that he conducted it from his home in the US while watching Aliens in his pajama pants and eating spicy corn snacks. Like, it's just like, it's so extra. The hacker, named only as P4X, over concerns for his safety and legal fears, of course, claimed that he was hacked by spies during a campaign against Western security researchers. Though he came away from the attack with his important data unscathed, he was disturbed by being attacked by a whole nation and what he perceived to be a lack of response from the US government. A year later, he decided to level the score. I want them to understand that if you come at us, it means some of your infrastructure is going down for a little while, he told Wired.
Uh-oh.
P4X found unpatched vulnerabilities that were previously known about, but was able to use them in order to launch his own DDoS attacks on servers the North Korean network depends on. One bug mishandles certain HTTP headers, allowing the hacker to run software that overwhelms the server through repeated requests. Though he didn't reveal most of his exploits, he was able to keep running scripts on any servers that remained online or begin working again after the initial attack, all while watching Aliens. Like, why do you have to add in that little detail? You know?
Okay.
Now,
Do.
I'm thinking in his pajama pants, eating spicy corn snacks. I'm gonna guess it was spicy Cheetos, right? That's all I
Right.
hear about. It was clearly spicy Cheetos. The hacker told Wire that he now plans to try to get into North Korean systems to find information that would be useful to experts. For this, he is recruiting fellow cybersecurity experts for his project Funk, which of course stands for FU North Korea.
Dang. Wow. Dang.
Hey, listen, I'm not co-signing this, North Korea, all right? I'm just saying it's nice to see someone from North America not using all of this hacking and prowess against their own, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go after some other continent. Like I'm just saying. Because most of what we're gonna read is about, say Americans screwing over Americans, Canadians screwing over Canadians, right? So it's like it's just nice to see, like, oh no, this is from a different country, and then he's, oh no, and then now I'm gonna use it to help my country. So how about that, right? Like, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not co-signing it, but boy, is it funny.
Yeah, that's a hot mess there. And he just rubbed it in too. He's like, I'm watching TV while I do it.
Right?
How about that? I'm watching the show while I do it. It's so simple. Do,
Mhm.
just a couple of click of the button.
Right? I didn't get dressed up for nothing. I didn't even have to leave I'm sitting in my living room. He's probably on a tablet. He's not even on a computer. He's like, press a button. Oh, like North Korea, like it made their infrastructure look so weak and pathetic that it's like some probably kid, like that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a maybe very young man, in his pajama pants, stuffing his face with, corn chips, watching Aliens, and he can just glance at a screen every once in a while and take your infrastructure down, and then your internet, all of it for the whole and then keep it down. Like,
Right.
man, until he was good and ready to give it back to you. Like, that's what happened. That is some cojones over there. Like,
Tragic.
mm, 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 mm.
Okay, this is tragic. Shout out to the old man. He and a lady friend were discussing this. I've never heard of this before. So let me look and see what a Tinder swindler is. Um, let's see. I got that one, and then I was trying to find a picture of them, and I'm like, I can't share the ladies, and I have the picture of him. I said, so I'll just change my avatar to him. So that's what he looked like, everyone. There you go. Work with me. Work with me.
Oh, that is epic. I'm very happy about this.
So these three women here, they were swindled, and the whole big thing is it's such a story that Netflix picked it up and like, hey, we got to make this into, we got to make some money off of this story here. Now, the pushback, these women, they came out and, they started doing some touring, in the street there, this news place, that talk show, and over here and over there. And they came up with the idea, hey, we need to start a GoFundMe, get our money back that we lost from this dude. So that's where the pushback is in. And people are saying, you couldn't even handle your own money. We don't believe that you should get your money back. Why should we give you some money? Because you don't know how to handle it. So that's a big pushback. And I'm going to read the story to you. Let me see. Where's my page of the story? Right here. Okay. Tinder swindler, con artist, subject of new Netflix documentary, banned from dating app. Tinder has also issued new guidelines to protect users from would-be romance scammers. Okay, let me scroll down. And they just did that now. That's unfortunate. This happened some time ago. Netflix released a new crime series documentary last Wednesday about a man who filmmakers claim scammed dozens of victims, mainly women, for an estimate $10 million after matching with them online. By Friday, Tinder said it had banned the Tinder swindler. So he was still online, and it it took this documentary for them to find this guy and just say, "Oh, we're going to ban you. We're embarrassed. We are embarrassed." They even gave you a handle. We embarrassed, so we're going to ban you. You try some other site and find love. Okay, let me keep reading here. Dating app users can no longer swipe right for, oh my goodness. Okay, these folks are from another country, European names, Russian names, Israeli's name. Hey, I'm just going to make them up as I go along, like I always do. Shimon Hayat, also known as Shimon Leviv, the man who, as detailed by the documentary, posed as a billionaire son of a Russian Israeli diamond tycoon and wooed multiple women by showering them with lavish gifts, flying them by private jets to luxury hotels around the world, and professing his love, then demanding they send him some money. Frequently claimed his life was in grave danger from his enemies. Okay, now I will say this. At least he did give something. Most of the time, it's just, hey, how you doing? I like you. You know what? I got some stuff tied up. Can you send me some money? But at least he did something to get their trust. So I give him 2 points. Okay, 2 points. That's a shame. I gave him 2 points. Okay, let me keep reading. Hyatt, who called himself the Prince of Diamonds, asked the women to take out American Express credit cards and hounded them to increase their spending limits and loan him cash that he never repaid. We conducted an internal investigation and can confirm Simon Lviv is no longer active on Tinder under any of his known aliases, Tinder said in a statement. Okay. The production featured three women, Cecily Forhoy, Pernella S., and Eileen Charlotte, in different European countries, recalling their dealings with Hyatt during 2018 and 2019. Tinder could not immediately be reached for comment. One day before the documentary was released, Tinder published new guidelines for their users titled Romance Scams: How to Protect Yourself Online. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Um, this should have been out already because I'm sure there has been some scams, but I guess because this was so huge and Netflix ended up making a series about it, it, hey, everybody looking at the app and they took a hit because I'm pretty sure they're on the stock market and their stock went down. But let me continue. While Tinder new guide to spotting a scammer online did not directly reference the streaming giant film, the dating app said scammers often use such platforms to prey on vulnerable people looking for love. Let me see. I want to find an example. I hope this is the right one I have here. Darn, I don't have the. Wait a minute. Darn. Yeah, this is not the total one. It's another one I wanted to read, but I'll just continue with some of this. He was sentenced to 15 months in prison for fraud in order to pay compensation of more than $43,000. However, he only served 5 months. Keep scrolling. People went to his Instagram and he ended up having 200,000 followers. That's a darn shame. And this picture is one of the last pictures that he had posted before he shut his Instagram page down.
Mm.
Let me see. Dang, I it's another one. I didn't have the article because it had kind of broke down some of the stuff he had done. But I apologize. I do not have that. But I'll just say this: if you're looking for love, look for it. That's no problem. But that prince, he could have moved wherever she was, or moved her wherever he was. Vice versa. So somebody after you, they just gonna be after you because I don't have your last name, so I'm not quite invested that way. It was we had a good time when you flew me out and all that. You got some booty, you should be happy. But I'm not you're going to contact your rich daddy and sell some of them diamonds if you want whatever's on top of your head off of it because I can't help you. I'm over here. I ain't got it like that. I'm not opening no line of credit because why? That's my name. You open it. Shoot, you the darn billionaire, son. You open it. Why you can't open it? These are
Right.
things that you have to think for yourself. You just don't. I don't care how the picture is. And that's why I said I gave him 2 cents because he was able to give the women something and the fantasy was just like, oh, I made it. This is it. I got a prince. Oh my goodness. He didn't even give diamonds, but yet he's a son of a billionaire diamond. Come on now. At least give me some darn diamonds. This is your
Right.
this is your family business. All I got is some trips, some champagne, hot tub, and you bent me over the couch. That's all I got. What's up with that? Come on now. That's just a regular date. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'm
No, really.
These 3 women, shame, shame, shame. They should look for love in their own darn country. That's what I say.
Oh God. Sorry, his face just suddenly was staring at me, right? Whoa. He's here. Someone get him.
I got them diamonds, girl. I'm rich. Won't you
Yeah.
get a credit card and in your name, okay? Because send me some cash. That jet, that jet that came picked you up. It was $15,000 for the fuel. So send me that money, girl. Can you do that for me? Huh? Can you do that?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. I'm
Mm-mm.
gone then.
No. I was down for signing up for every one of those scams, right? But just as long as I didn't have, as soon as I had to let go of money too, no, I was done, right? Like, no, seriously. No, me? No. Mm-mm. I don't gamble even, right? I don't buy lotto ticket. I'm not the one. I would rather have one in the hand than risk it for two in the bush. I am that person. Like, it's not for me. It's not. Like this idea, oh, but I could be a billionaire one day. Like,
Mm-mm.
no. Just no. No. Mm-mm, no.
Yeah,
Right? Like,
I ain't got none. I got nothing for you, man. That's what I'm gonna say.
right. Oh, I thought you were rich. Before you met me, you must have had a way. So I suggest
Okay.
you figure out that way now, because I'm not the one or the way. Sorry, I'm not your Neo, bro. Good luck. Yeah, yeah, that's what happens. Listen. Y'all need to stop prioritizing certain kinds of things in life because it's gonna forever lead you to destruction. And I'm not saying that it's cool to swindle people. Whatever. I'm just saying, like, stop wanting things for free. Like, yes, I know it's like programmed into, especially our, let's be real, especially our minds. When we
Mm-hmm.
hear free and sale, like, we're gonna get it, right? Like, we will be willing to line up all day around the block to get something for free. We need to stop with that mentality though, because that's what sets you up to
Yeah.
exactly to be scammed like this, right? Yeah, but if I invest a little now, it's gonna be, I'm gonna get billions later, right? Like, it's like get rich quick. No,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
that's never reality, guys. Never. But Emily Jane Walker and Jason Brand Lees, well, they figured out how to use hacking and scamming to their advantage, right? I mean, this normally works out for everybody. It's a great life plan for you to become a hacker because nobody ever gets caught. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. So Emily Jane Walker and Jason Brand Lees were sentenced in
What?
Adelaide. I know, shocking. What? This is in Adelaide, Australia. Wait, you mean they
Oh, okay.
sentence people even in Australia?
Okay.
Yeah, it is in Australia. It is in Australia. Okay, first we gotta look at the judge, bro. I couldn't.
That looked like a guy I co-hosted with once. Okay, continue.
It looks like they took some sheep wool. And like, I don't know what is going on with that wig. At least the old British ones look ridiculous, but like some this. What is this? I had to point it out. I'm sorry. I know. I had nothing to do with the story. I just had to point that out. Okay. Let's go back to Emily and Jason. So this Adelaide couple were involved in a sophisticated and large-scale computer hacking scheme that diverted more than 1.15 million from small businesses and not-for-profit organizations across Australia.
Mm.
Why did they do it, guys? Well, it was to fund their drug addictions.
Whoa.
Imagine having, I want y'all to stop and think for a second. Imagine having that level of intelligence and talent that you could actually pull this off, right? If they had just put this to some good, they could have been, but nope, they're addicted and, selfish and whatever they want to steal from just normal people, small business owners and not-for-profit organizations. Like, how scummy can you get? If you told me you stole from large corporations, I'd be less mad right now. I'm just gonna be real, right? Like, you stole from small business owners and like people helping the children who are starving. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Okay. So Emily Jane Walker, she is 29, and Jason Brand Lees, he's 34. They both pleaded guilty in the South Australian District Court to possessing a computer virus with the intent to commit a serious computer offense. I'm sorry, I'm confused that it says intent. Because didn't they steal $1.1 million? Doesn't that go past intent with the intent to and past possession? Shouldn't it have been like use of a computer virus? Yeah. I don't know. That's just me though. Possessing prohibited material, dishonestly dealing with documents. Are these real charges? Come on. This don't sound like no charges.
Well, it didn't look like a real hair, so I don't know. It might not be real charges. I don't know.
Right? This is a whole kangaroo show. Okay. And using a computer to commit own offense outside the state. What? I swear to God, those are the charges, y'all. I read that right. Over at least 18 months, Walker and Lees were part of an elaborate computer hacking scheme that targeted the payroll systems of at least 23 organizations and companies, diverting automated payments to fraudulent bank accounts the couple had set up with stolen identification. They diverted 1.15 million from organizations, including a charity for disadvantaged Indigenous Australians. Oh my God, it's getting worse.
Dang.
The more details you get, it's worse. God. But some of the transactions were never finalized, and some of the money was recovered by anti-fraud detection systems. I want to say so. Here's the thing: when we're talking about the Indigenous populations in Australia, they right now are going through a crisis because ultimately the Indigenous population, we'll say, was relatively separate for a long time, and then just like every other colonizer, what do you introduce to the natives? You sugar, basically, right? Flour and sugar. So sugar. And then like the sugar is very addictive. So suddenly now kids are drinking Coke for breakfast and they don't have TVs and whatever like that. Like they don't know you're not supposed to drink Coke for breakfast. They don't know that this is basically crack poison in a jar, right? Like they don't know those things. So like over in one generation, they became incredibly obese, heart disease, diabetes, including the children, a lot of the children, like more than 50%. Like it's a very significant problem. So when I hear that she stole from something for Indigenous children, I'm just like, you piece of Karen. Yeah, God damn, for your drugs. Okay.
Mm.
Wow. When the couple were arrested in February 2020, police found thousands of real people's details, including name and contact information, passwords, and banking information contained in a highly organized spreadsheet. They're really organized drug addicts. Like I'm just saying.
Yeah, you don't find that.
Right? Let's see. Judge Joanne Tracy, you saw her earlier,
No, I
said
want to see again. Maybe I misunderstood who the judge was. Can we see the judge again?
it's this wig, yo. This wig is everything and nothing. Why? Why? Think about how hard lawyers work their whole lives and how much money they output and whatever to be able to get the honor of being a judge. That's what you want to work towards? You have to sit in the court and put that on your head every day.
But can you maintain a straight face?
Right? Girl, it must be practice. They must literally have to practice. Like, that's part of your judge training. Practice keeping a straight face knowing this is on your head.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh no.
So this one right here, Judge Joanne Tracy, said the couple had also set up numerous fake bank accounts and had those bank cards sent to unoccupied premises close to where the couple lived. It's smart. Each victim has described the devastating effect your offending has had on either their business, their financial security, their health, and their health of their families, and in some cases, their employees, she said. Some have been significantly embarrassed and lost the trust and respect of their clients and contractors. You put nothing in place to limit your theft. All were likely to be easy targets. No doubt it had been too burdensome to have better cybersecurity in place. Lees also created fake tax returns with real people's identities to receive tax refunds.
Wow. Oh my goodness. These two. Whoa.
It just gets worse. Like every time you think you're done, you're not done. Oh my, like, wow. But this is what you know, think of it, drug addicts. What kind of super drug addicts are they making over there in Australia that they can accomplish all this? Okay.
Okay.
Judge Tracy said the couple met at a drug dealer's house and used the money to fund their drug addictions, with Lees spending $1,000 a week on methamphetamine. What? And claiming he
Wow.
offended in a drug haze. Damn.
Mm.
He's a smart meth head. I don't know. That's even. I thought
Okay.
maybe oxy, but no meth. All right.
Mm.
So now you would think, right? I mean, we heard all of this. Throw them in, lock them in, throw away the key. They're gonna be in there for life. No, it's still the Western world. So Lees has been sentenced to 8 years and nearly 7 months. Let's just say and nearly 7 months. Really? Okay. In prison with a non-parole period of 5 years backdated to August when he was taken into custody. Walker's family cried in court when she was sentenced. So it must be more than 8 years, right? No, it was 4 years and nearly 11 months. Why do they say nearly 11? What is with Australian newspapers? Okay.
It was 29 days. So
Right?
that's what it was.
Nearly.
It was just a few days short for
Right?
that 11 months. Yeah, that's it.
Like, why didn't they just say how many days? Why did they go and nearly
Right.
11 months? Like, why are you trying to make it sound bigger than it is? With a non-parole period of 2 years and 10 months, Judge Tracy said her offending was too serious to suspend her sentence or allow her to serve it on home detention. That's interesting. Judge Tracy only said that about her, not about him. So I mean, we've heard it a lot. Yeah, there is a double standard when it comes to sentencing men and women. She's getting half of the years. And even then, it was like, if it was just a little less serious, you would have just gotten away with, spend it at home. Like,
Okay. If you didn't do the tax return, you would have did 1 year.
and what's worse about that is apparently she's not even from Australia. That's right. She's an immigrant. Ha! Immigrants come in all colors. She's an immigrant from the UK. No, see, America, don't worry. You're still not on the hook. She's from the UK. So she'll probably be deported.
Oh my goodness. She came here with nothing. Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Terrible. But y'all see, first of all, I just want to point out for the record, they try to act like white on white crime doesn't exist. Okay, white on white crime is a problem. We need to talk about it.
Dang. Couldn't do that back home. I guess it wasn't enough people to scam. I guess.
Well, I don't know. I mean, aren't there more? Actually, I'm not going to say nothing. I don't know anything about geography or demographics outside of like my direct area of concern. There's not enough Black people in either Australia or the UK for me to know their demographics. So, sorry about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either.
Right?
Okay. Now this is my last story.
Mhm.
I call it a scam because it had to do with a security deposit. And it's a scam involved. I know what's going on, especially when it comes to Chicago. I know little innuendos what's happening. I know. So let me share it with you guys. All right, here. And let's listen.
It is one of the few bright spots in the moving experience and renting, getting that security deposit check back in your account.
But one man says his move from this River North complex turned rocky as his wait for that check became longer and longer. So he called us for help. CBS 2's Marie Saavedra looked into the problem.
Are you missing Chicago?
Yes. Well, I'm missing my friends and family, and the pizza.
Former Chicagoan Percy Harold has made a move to Houston, but before heading south, he happily called River North home.
I was living at the Marlowe for 3 years.
He loved it, but needed to relocate for family, so he packed up in November. Moving is always expensive, so he looked forward to getting his security deposit back.
She sent a statement that the balance is going to be about like a little over $2,000. So I was like, okay, that'd be great. I'm fine with that.
After a few weeks with no sign of the check, Harold emailed the front office to confirm if his deposit had been mailed.
She said, if you don't receive the check by December 20th, call us back.
It hadn't shown up by December 21st, so he emailed again. Staff at the Marlowe, which is run by property company LMC, said they'd follow up with the accounting team. At $2,098, this wasn't chump change.
It kind of has put me in a little bit of a financial bind here.
So when another month passed, he wrote this demand letter sent at the end of January, citing a city ordinance.
I looked up the statute for how long it's supposed to take to get your security deposit back. And in Chicago, it's supposed to be 45 calendar days.
Well, we're long past that. It is right there in the city's residential landlord and tenant ordinance summary.
As much as you can ever say this is an open and shut case, you could say it here.
Philip Devon is with the Metropolitan Tenants Organization. He says Harold's done the right thing by documenting everything.
That's exactly what I would have suggested he do. He sent a very clear, concise letter that cites the law and what he's entitled to.
He'd recommend hiring a lawyer as the next step to get the money back, but Harold doesn't want to lose any more cash in this situation.
It shouldn't have really took more than 2 weeks tops. I just don't know why it's taking 90 plus days.
Well, fortunately, Harold won't have to do that. We contacted the parent company, and a day later, the company reached out to him, promising to return his deposit along with an extra $1,000 for his trouble. We asked what the holdup was, and a company spokesperson told me tonight that there was an issue with Harold's forwarding address. They insist.
Lies, 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 lies. If I'm supposed to get the check by December 20th, I don't hear anything to reach back out to you. I reach back out to you and I don't hear anything. I have to write a letter to you the end of January, 30 days later. Come on, your accounting department is not, you didn't have to walk there. You can send an email or a phone call. Accounting department, what's going on? And accounting get back to you. This man had to dig and look and like, wait a minute, what's going on? Where's my money? Where is it? I can't find it. Let me tell you, when it comes down to the security deposit, I don't know if he knows. He probably does know since he did some research. But when it comes down to security deposits, it's supposed to be in an account, a secured account, an interest account. So not on vacation, not to get your car fixed, not to get a new car. That money is supposed to be in a bank drawing interest. And when your lease is renewed by the law, you're supposed to get the interest that's on that account for your deposit. So if it's $12 for them holding your deposit for those 12 months, you're supposed to get that back either in a check and or deducted from your first lease, because it depends on when you lease. It may not be January to January, but whenever that first month of when your lease begins again, that first month, that $12 should be deducted. So they reached out, the news reached out to them, and magically, voila, the next day, they're going to send the man his money. And the error was a mailing address. Come on, enough people, if you're over the age of probably 25, you know that isn't true. That is one of the first things that you recognize when it comes down to sending a physical check out. They verify that. You say, yes, I'm at 123 Main Street. Okay, thank you. The 20th came, like in this case, he reaches out. Oh, well, what? Oh, I'm gonna check with the accounting department, but let me see what we got here. What's your address again? Let me verify what I have in front of me. I don't believe that. It's just a bunch of mess, and it's not true. It is not true. So they're gonna throw in $1,000 for his trouble. You couldn't give me back my $2,000. You gonna throw in $1,000 for my trouble? No. You're hoping that I don't know the rest of the law, that those 3 years of that interest that you're supposed to give me, because I'm pretty sure he didn't get that. I'm pretty sure. Because if he had to look up what's going on, he didn't know. They didn't get a man his money during them 3 years. Also, I'm going back to that money is supposed to be held in the bank. They don't play that when it comes down to Chicago. You just don't take the money and like, oh, thank you for the security deposit. All right. And then you have to hustle to get it back to the customer. Oh, I got to get some money. Let's see. I got to wait till tenant A and B pay me. Then I'll take that money and then I'll send it over to this customer that moved out or this tenant. No, it doesn't work like that. So this is a bunch of mess. They lied, and that man was living in a very nice place downtown Chicago. Very nice place. So they were full of crap. It took the news to bring it out. That's jacked up, but I hope he enjoy his money. So I'm guessing $12. So that's $36. So they gave him an extra $968. Hope you enjoyed, Harold, in your new place. There you go.
He does.
People crazy.
Yeah, yeah, he does. Listen, it takes all kinds. Let's put it that way. Takes all kinds. That's. I'm not even surprised anymore. I mean, y'all, I gotta say, going through the news weekly, trying to figure out what you want to cover. It's like, what happened to the planet, and can I stop it and get off at the next stop? You know what I mean? Like, what is happening over here?
I don't know what's wrong with these folks.
All right. I mean, honestly, at this point, what I could do, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give us an update. But, I wanted to just do a small thing on how the CIA, i.e. America, has been scamming its people into thinking that CIA is not heavily spying on and monitoring all of its citizens when it actually is. However, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give you an update on how Canada is failing instead. Because I feel like I rag on America a lot, right? So when we're failing, I feel like it's only right that I let y'all know. So we are gonna get the update on what's happening. I mean, we already talked about what's happened over there in Ottawa, right? With the truckers. Okay. And so before I give you a quick rundown on the other rules that have happened, I'm going to show you about this elderly man and his interaction with the police.
You don't have to answer that.
I love these people who show up to try to help you.
You don't have to answer his question.
Right.
You don't have to answer his question, sir.
He does have to.
No, he doesn't.
Comments, film me from the sidewalk.
Uh-oh.
Comments, film me from the sidewalk.
Yeah.
you're too many
Yes, I know. You're abusing old men.
Swung at me.
You're not a Canadian.
If I swung at you, it's on film, so you're fine. Driver's
Because I
license.
tooted the horn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called communism.
That is why you're pulled
It's
over.
called communism.
What the world?
It's communism. You don't have to show anything. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, this is Ontario, Canada, the same province as me, but it's like really far away from me. It's like seriously like a 20-hour drive. So it's basically another universe. Yeah, it's not like my hometown. Okay, just saying.
You have the right of freedom of choice. You have the right to beep your horn or whatever. Why are you doing this?
Because it's an offense.
Of
It's
what?
an offense to beep your noise.
No, it is not an
What?
offense.
Tell me it's not. I have it written down that it is.
True story, guys. I'm not even kidding. A day after this video came out, one of the draconian changes that have been made to try to deal with this Ottawa trucker situation is they have literally made it illegal to honk your horn.
So you're gonna change it? Okay, ain't that about something?
They really did do it, but at this point, nobody knows, right? So it's like, why would they put the horn on the car and then tell you it's illegal for you to use it? You know what I mean? Like this.
What kind of mess is this?
They're not serious because they refuse to deploy the military, right? Like, no, we're not like America. We'll never deploy the military on our citizens, but they're at a loss. It's like 2 weeks of ongoing insanity, right? And they have no idea what to do about it. They're not used to Canadians being this unreasonable. So some other draconian things have taken place, but let's keep watching here really quick.
It's actually.
So you're standing with your lying government? You're lying cop. You know that your superior is a liar and he went on the media lying to the Canadian people? Now you're doing this?
Have me fired.
What's your name and badge number?
192 Jones.
Jones.
There. You have everything you need to have me fired.
Yeah, look at what they're doing to an old man.
Okay.
That's a citizen of Canada.
That's right. So is everybody who lives here.
Doesn't matter. This is the capital of Canada. Drop your mandates. Stand down. You're not doing your job. You're representing hate. You're a terrorist. You're a terrorist. You're representing hate. No. You're representing hate.
Yo, I've never seen this in Canada ever. Like this, it's like fascinating.
Wow.
Like, this is what happens with social media and the story of social media.
That's right. He's a supporter for Canadian freedom. Who cares? They shouldn't live in the capital of Canada then. They better leave. Because until the mandates are ended, this is not going to stop. Stop harassing old men. You don't have to show them anything. It's against the law. You just. What? Hey. What are you doing? Hey! That's assault. I've got it all on video. Yeah, he failed to ID.
Get back! Hey!
Uh-oh.
Get back!
We're back. We're filming. We're doing our part. It's all on video. No, don't say anything. Don't say anything.
He didn't stop talking yet.
Hey,
we ain't scared of our cops.
Stand down.
So we're clear.
Stand down. Stand down. Rick, no, it's peaceful. No, let them leave.
Attack me, you fucking dude.
This is going right to the media. YouTube. What's your name and badge number? 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 Look, they're hurting an old man, a Canadian citizen. It's communism. This is communism. He's scared.
Wait a minute. It's
Communist.
communism if the police make someone scared? Okay.
Call your police chief. He'll back you up.
Call the police.
Call your police chief. Arrested an old man. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you.
For shame.
Yeah, I know.
For shame.
What the f do they represent? They represent Trudeau and the police chief slowly. That's what they represent. Hate, division. You are not protecting and serving nobody.
Nobody. Like, I just like how spirited they still are after how many days.
Lest we forget.
Okay.
Fight for your rights. This is bullshit. Communist fucking police. What's your name and badge number, sir? What's your name and badge number, sir?
You have nothing to do with this.
What's your? Yes, I do. I'm a Canadian citizen. What is your name and badge number?
Tough guys
Yeah.
with your fucking guns. Tough guys.
Nobody see that.
Right? Now, what's funny?
You do that to the Canadian citizens of Canada. What did we do? Get back.
Get back, what are you? I'm standing on the road, man. This is a free country.
Get back.
This is a free
What are we
Yo,
doing?
I've never
What
seen
am I
this shit
doing?
before. It's amazing.
You're causing a disturbance by yelling.
You caused a disturbance. You just arrested an old man.
No, you're causing a disturbance by yelling.
You just arrested an old man.
The peace. You want to get arrested? Get out. Get
You're
out.
yelling.
Okay, then get them out.
Right?
Get them out. Thank you.
There you go.
Come
people.
on. We're not going to make it.
We got it all on video. They called for backup.
Like, okay. So we're basically done. Now,
Wow.
like I said, on Monday, I don't know where they missed it, but on Monday, a court approved a 10-day ban on the honking of horns in Ottawa, the capital of Canada, after residents complained of the noise. Now, remember that this was because they were honking their horns 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it wasn't about anything except for the other residents couldn't sleep and were losing their minds, as the video I showed you the other day, right? So what happens is now the protesters aren't really listening to nobody. So then, yeah, he didn't know because no one's listening to the rules, because I'm not following no rules until you drop the mandates. Yo, listen, we could be a very determined people. We're very polite and everything, right? But apparently we got staying power. That's all I'm saying, because I didn't know that this was gonna last all this long. Like, this is insanity. So other than that, right? On Friday, this was a couple yesterday, right? Doug Ford, that's the Ontario premier. So that's like, I don't know, whoever runs your state, right? That's so the person who's running Ontario.
Governor here.
Okay. Yes. Doug Ford on Friday declared a 42-hour state of emergency, threatening vehicle seizures, fines of $100,000 Canadian, which is $79,000 American. I don't know why they put this in the article. I guess if someone American wrote it, because I'm like, why would you need to do the translation? It's about Canada. In Canada, okay.
Right.
Jail time of up to a year and suspension of commercial licenses to punish protesters who do not comply with orders to disperse, as in they are done with you and your peaceful protest. That's what's happening. We about done with y'all. Don't know how to do this as nicely and politely as possible. This is the best thing we can think of. That's what I hear.
Right.
And so, pretty much people are calling some of these changes draconian in nature, and Canada's fallen further behind and lower than ever before. There's a lot of talk that the reason why this is happening is because of Biden, of all people, urging for Canada to be, firmer about this. So Trudeau's now saying he's going to, at the urging of Biden, he's going to step in and do something, because this is now also hurting trade between America and Canada. I mean, first of all, if anyone's listening to Biden, because out of the how many things, like, Biden, so far as I have come to understand, he's the most useless president. Like, literally the most useless. Like, Trump did a lot of crazy things, but at least he did things. You know, he did. I mean,
Yeah, he was
you
always
might
in the
not agree
news
with
for
it,
doing something.
right? Like, people got off planes and realized they were banned from the country they just landed in, right? Like, I mean, but the point is, he did things, right? Apparently, Biden does nothing, but has the nerve to urge us to do something. Like, and then y'all have the nerve to listen, Trudeau. Okay, I'm done with them. So that's what's happening. That's the update on the situation.
Okay.
And as it unfolds, I update y'all further. We'll see if these 42 hours, what happens in them. I think it's gonna be interesting, to say the least.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got our hands rubbing together like Birdman here. We ready for them Kens and them Karens. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna let Karen. Let's see what she up to. What you say, Karen?
Speed away coronavirus. You are Karen.
Ow, ow, ow. Better back up.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, guys, that was really fun seeing that, Karen. I'm glad we all got to see it. Have a great night. And you wanted to see my Karens?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. If you insist, okay, fine. I guess I got a couple Karens I can show y'all. Okay.
Yes. Goody. Yes.
I'm sure some of y'all panicked a little bit though. Wait, what? Did I miss the Karen thing before? What? What happened? Wait, no, Char said, Ruby, Char said, you can't go yet. Don't worry, I was just teasing y'all. Okay, so let's look at a HOA Karen.
What's that?
No, this is where is there it is. Okay. I understand. I'm like, why can't I find the tab? I was having the same problem you were having earlier. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
All right. Part 2 of the Karen who won't let us do our jobs.
Dang.
Let's see what this is about.
Look,
Out.
We are licensed by the city, so we're going to continue knocking. You can call the police, and we'll show them our licenses.
And it doesn't make a difference. This is a non-soliciting neighborhood per our covenants and restrictions.
Yep, and the Supreme Court ruled that no HOA can actually put restrictions.
Front, you need to go.
Exactly. As I mentioned, we are licensed by the state.
I don't really care, young man. You need to leave.
Okay. Hey, ma'am, why are you so upset? Why are you so upset?
Because you need to leave, and you're arguing with me. Yeah. You need to go.
Look, ma'am, we're out here doing our job, and we are licensed by the city. So we're going to continue to do our job.
No, you are not.
That's going to be it. So.
No, you are not. You need to go. I will follow you wherever you go.
Of course.
Out of the neighborhood. If I have to get more of the board members out here to.
Don't you like that Karen thinks that licensed by the city means less than her feelings? I just think that's
okay.
That's amazing.
That's how I feel.
Right? I decided. So you go, yeah, but we're licensed by the city. No, because we said no soliciting. It's in my policy at HOA. No, honey, the city trumps HOA. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Walk you out. I will.
Of course.
Oh look, but Buddy also said the same thing.
It's okay, man. We're licensed. We're licensed by the city.
I don't care.
Your dog, though. I do like your dog.
Anybody can.
Hey there, Buddy. Hey there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Buddy. Oh, hey there, Buddy.
Come here.
Poor Oliver.
Oliver like them that more than they like her.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you caught that. I was gonna say, I'm like, anyone understand why we needed to watch that last 10 seconds? Because we need to understand how much the dog wanted to get away from her. She's a nightmare. Like, no, I want to be with the fun ones. My owners are horrible. Like, poor thing.
Take me away,
right? I want to be happy. Bring me somewhere happy. Like, that's what's happening over there. That's Karen, the entitled Karen, who always thinks that it should always be her way. Well. Let's see what happened at In-N-Out Burger. We don't even have In-N-Out Burger here, so it's going to be a whole learning experience for me.
Yeah, me too. We don't have it here yet.
Oh, really?
In the suburbs somewhere, but Not in our, metro area.
All right then. So we're all about to learn about In-N-Out Burger, and I guess the kind of customers they get. Okay, let's see.
All right.
Easy today at In-N-Out Burger.
Oh. Okay.
Don't take his fucking order. Are you kidding me?
What the hell?
Oh.
Her hand's still out the window, Lay. I can't believe you're really taking his order. I cannot believe this. I can't. I need everyone outside to know how I'm feeling inside. So my hand's outside the window. That's what she's doing. It's a Karen signal.
I just want everyone to know that this guy cut every single one of you. You're still taking his order, and he doesn't give a shit.
No, because he won. Right? It's like survival of the fittest.
20 people. Shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out of here! I'm not that man! Are you kidding me? I'm 5'2" and I've got more balls than you.
When Ken meets Karen. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like
He said, I am sick of your voice. Shut up, lady.
Right? He was about done with her. That's what happened over there. Like, drop it. He won. You lost. That's really what it was. He won. You lost. Drop it. You can't change reality. And the reality is he won. You lost. Like, come on now. All right. So listen, this next one, it's a quickie. It's a very quickie. Okay. And what it is, okay, this one is how to deal with a Ken subterfuge style. That's right.
Oh.
So you're like a non-confrontational kind of person. You want to get rid of Ken. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Oh, okay, let's go.
All right.
Oh, let me make sure the volume's up. Yep.
Yeah, let me take care of you right out here.
Come talk to him a second. It's fine.
Sure.
You can't ask Ken and Karen to leave. They don't go nowhere. But when
Right.
you tell, I'm going to cater to you. Come, go out here so I can cater to you. They're all about that
You
life.
gotta do that
right?
Destiny Child. Cater to you.
Girl, I was on the floor when I saw that. She was slick, and she just stood there too calmly, waiting for the door to get to her hand so she could pull it back and then lock. I was like, yo.
All right. That's
Right?
what I'm talking about.
Points for winning the internet, ma'am. The day you posted that, you definitely won the internet. I'm gonna say that was good.
Right.
Now, interestingly enough, we have another Karen parking in a handicap spot. What is it with Karen thinking that handicap spots were made for her? Personally,
Well, she is actually. She is handicapped. There's some mental illness there, but it's only in the the mental part. But go ahead.
That's what I was gonna ask you. I'm like, well, can you park in the? Can you be mentally? Don't you have to have some type of physical disability?
Well,
Last I checked.
Well, I agree with that, but they are mental, so maybe they should just get a sticker or something, and they can get and have a parking space next to the disabled. That's how they should do it. So they'll be right, kind of close.
Right, like when first we have the spots for the disabled people, then families, right, and then morons, right there, right, and that will be Karen's
Right.
section. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. See, we figured it out. Solutions, guys. That's why you come to this channel for
That's
solutions.
right. We ain't complaining.
Right? All right, let's see what she does now. I mean, we can read the caption. In case you can, I'll read it to you. It says, Karen parks in a handicapped spot, then hits me with her hand and car. Okay. And that happens in 34 seconds. So go ahead, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you taping me?
I am.
You know that's against the law because
It's not.
I'm private.
It's against the law.
Expectation of privacy.
You're looking for a fight.
And you have no reasonable expectation of privacy. So don't park in a handicap spot. You gonna hit me?
Oh.
Huh? You gonna hit me? Hi.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Lady.
Oh my.
Isn't that something?
You gonna fucking hit me?
Yep.
Wow.
Wow. She hit a dude in a wheelchair.
I can't believe it. Maria is raised to be submissive and all of those things that I heard online, and I didn't see it there.
Girl, I don't even think that was a Maria. That's like a Katarina, okay? She from like Croatia or Russia or Czechoslovakia or something, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
Which is even worse because apparently they don't know nothing but submissive, right? That's their inherent genetic makeup is submissiveness. So really? Because I've seen people run over their baby daddy. Let's not get it twisted. Or run over his new girl. But not like some random. No, you know what I mean? And definitely not some random in a wheelchair. We have limits. I'll hear people say that you are lucky you're pregnant, you're lucky you're in a wheelchair, you're lucky your leg's broken right now, you know? We have limits, right?
Right.
Damn. Like, wow. Just wow. That's what I got for you is wow. Okay. Well, listen, I think at the end we should end today with a Ken. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Kens have had a strong showing today, I think, on our show overall. And just round it up with the one word Ken. Now this Ken is at a busy, understaffed McDonald's. Obviously, he acts very reasonably and understanding, right? Because he's Ken. Ken only does what's right. So
yeah.
Let's see how that plays out.
You're not next.
You can rude to her. You asked her to take my order. Shut up. You can rude to her. You're a dumbass. Where'd you like that?
No, that's all right.
She hasn't done anything. He's being an ass.
Yeah, he is.
No, she didn't.
Wait, can't you refuse service?
Yeah, you refuse service.
Refuse service. You don't deserve it.
No.
You don't deserve it. Oh yeah, cancel you. Get out of here, dude. No, don't take his order. That's what he's teaching his son.
Well, wait though. I'm thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
How is it cancel culture to say, no, you can't be a complete piece of garbage to someone and still expect that they have to serve you? Like you actually can't. And to be fair, now this person, I want to read this to you. It says, manager is completely spineless and doesn't care that his employee got treated like crap for simply doing her job. Still tries to take rude guy's order. Now, it's not cancel culture to say, hey, listen, there's a limit, right? Like there's a limit under which, fine, as a customer, sometimes you have an attitude problem that day, you're busy, your dog just died, whatever it is, and you're going to act away. Fine. But there is a limit. There should be a line, right? And you do have the right to refuse service at any time. So, yeah, I do think that's a little bit low-key pathetic. But okay, let's keep watching.
Run two.
Yeah.
1, 2.
She was doing it.
Right there.
She was doing her job. You make me stay out of
You're a bad example for your son, dude.
I got my son. That's all right. I'm gonna call my son.
You all talk sitting over here. No, you don't talk, sir. I'm not all talk.
Dang.
No, I don't. Yo no necesito nada. I don't need nothing at all.
But see.
Dang, child way back there.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me tell y'all why I saved that one for last. Because here's the thing, right? To be fair, probably because this kid was there, he reined in exactly how loudly he wanted to say the things he wants to say. However, this is why okay, listen. What everyone else did is what we need to do, right? When we start pop off, we get too loud, we get too aggressive, we get too, right? Then it allows people to switch the tables, right? Turn the tables on
Yeah.
us, and now we're in the wrong. That's why you don't go. You just put constant pressure, right? That's all it was. It was constant pressure, constant. And he couldn't take it. He saw his wife and his child seeing the way everyone was talking about him and thinking about him and their opinion, and he couldn't take it. Right. And so even though he was getting his way and that he was getting to place the order, he realized it actually wasn't worth it. It would, because right now the lasting impact of him standing around and doing nothing as these people speak to him and about him in this way, right? Or they're like, there wasn't a good scenario, because if he reacts to it, it's even worse. So now all he can do is leave. That's what it comes down to. And that's why he left. This is what we need to figure out how to do, y'all. We need to figure out how to do this constant low energy, right? Low violence pressure. That's it.
Yeah, because that lady, she was ready to call her son. She said she's calling her son. And
Exactly.
we don't know how old that son is and what he looked like and how strong he is. And that man would have lost. I think he would have lost.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And then that your wife and son would have saw you beat down for a McDonald's burger. It would have been sad. They can't unsee that.
Ever. Right? Like, you don't want your son to lose his biggest hero at this age. You don't. Just don't. Don't do it. Just get inside the car. You can make all the excuses you want in there. Maybe go through the drive-thru next time, because you don't know how to act right.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that would have worked out.
Nah.
Well, I want to thank you all for tuning in. We had fun today, as always. Hey, Zero, how you doing? How you doing? Okay, you got to catch the replay. You guys, if you celebrate Valentine's Day, enjoy. Watching the Super Bowl, be safe. No drinking and driving. And just be safe, because there are some people that's going to do so. Drink and drive, get high and get drive, and all that stuff. So please be careful out there. Be safe. Hope to see you next week. We'll have some show. Like I said, the shows are going to, increase as far as with examples, which means going to start pulling some strings and discuss some stuff that we see in the YouTube streets, a little bit more than that. So it's going to be what it's going to be. Maybe some hurt feelings. I don't know. But what you've seen of the channel, we do not hit below the belt. We will mention the behavior, the lesson in it, what not to do, how to learn, and how to think for yourself. Other than that, that's all we do here. Solve problems, give some solutions. So again, please be safe, and I hope to see you guys next week for Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And until next time, peace.
Cheers, y'all.